Kept running. Employees all have been on spring break, and I know that they're really excited about being back. So we're glad that y'all are, and we can complete the 2017-2018 school year. Next, I'd like to let you take a peek at the agenda. We do not have a minute agenda, so. Do I have a motion to accept the agenda? A motion by Sharon Hare, second by Ed Mosley. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next thing is Carol Powell will do the invocation.
Let's bow our heads, please. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the rain. God, we ask you to continue to be with our students, our faculty, and our staff. Help our kids to remember to finish the school year strong. Thank you for watching over us. Help us to make good, sound decisions in the best interest of our children. All these blessings we ask in your Son Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Next, the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is the superintendent report.
Well, I too welcome everyone here tonight. All of our employees, we think, had a restful week last week. And believe it or not, tomorrow begins day 32, remaining of the school year. We begin testing next Monday with our state GMAS assessments, and those will roll right into an end-of-course test the 1st of May with our high schools. So, very busy time of year, but exciting for us as we get started, and glad to be back. So we want to start tonight with some updates. I will quickly update you on the elementary school. Dr. Felton was going to be here tonight to talk to us about the after-school program, the statistics and participation, but she's out of town due to a death in their family, so we will do that in May. But I do want to bring you up to date on the renovation updates for the elementary school. Last Wednesday, Ms. Boatwright and I joined the construction manager and architect and their firm. We did a pre-bid clarification walkthrough at the elementary school. We looked at every area. We went through the bid process to make sure we were all on the same page. Every area had been addressed, and then we will open bids this Thursday, April the 12th, 2018 at 3 o'clock. That is tentatively scheduled for here. Depends on the crowd. If there are changes, we will certainly post on our Facebook web page and do call out so that the community will know. But we plan for that again to be here at 3 o'clock on Thursday. Once that is done, the architect and contract manager will have about a week to go through and they'll vet those bids. Just a reminder that in this process, the construction manager has the authority in working with the board to negotiate those bids. Typically, in a design bid build, you simply take the low man, the low bidder, and that's who you go with. In this case, we're able to contact the vendors to make sure they have the manpower, they can meet the time schedule, we can vet the product and things like that to make sure we are getting the best bang for our buck in the time that we have. So after that, we will begin. In fact, we met today for about 2 hours with the elementary school staff and with our maintenance and custodial staff and district staff to develop our logistics plan. We are projected to start with some pre-construction processes in the media center May 7th, May 14th in the administrative area, May 21st in the gym area, and then getting ready for the major pieces June the 1st. We're trying to do everything we can, number one, to protect instruction, but number two, to be able to start the process as soon as possible so that we don't get into next year. So that's where we are currently. If there are any questions, please don't hesitate to let us know. From that standpoint, then we'll move right into Claxton Middle School. Dr. Holland? Nothing tonight, okay. Then Dr. Veland and staff, we've got some very special guests with us tonight we'd like for you to recognize.
Sure, I know with Coach Wilkie, he's actually having a make-up soccer game for the literacy recognition. So we'll go ahead and turn it over to Coach Blue and Coach Welch.
First of all, good evening. Once again, I'm Coach Welch. I came tonight to recognize Kelsey Morgan, who was the GACA state weightlifting champion for weight class 205, 215, 205, 215. And in that weight class, it was probably 75 to 80 participants. So he's the overall state champion in that to the weight class. Great job. Kelson is also one of our football guys, and we're still working through that process as far as scholarships go. He has an actual tryout on the 11th with University of West Georgia. So we still have some options open, but just want to let you know that we're still trying, still pushing.
Well, I'm trying to push, trying to make the workouts to the level, trying to keep the scholarship hopefully at the University of West Georgia in 10 in West Georgia and majoring in education.
Good evening. How y'all doing? Need a short person. Coach Blue's team, boys basketball coach. I've got some guys I want to recognize tonight. I have a group of seniors that have had to play since they were sophomores, and this year finally came to fruition. They were able to crack the code and get into the playoffs for this bunch, state playoff group. So I just want to recognize them. We had 5 all-region award winners. So I just wanted to recognize them. One of them, we had a first teamer. He's not here tonight, but Shariq Furman was a first team. He averaged a double-double, which is tough to do, but he did that. And he's actually going to play football at Shorter. That was a great opportunity for him. And we don't care how they get to college. We just want to get them to college. It doesn't matter what avenue. But we're real excited for Shariq. Then we had Husband Robinson right here. He was our second team all-region. He was the other side of the block. He did a lot. He and Shariq being down there together enabled them to do a lot of damage to people inside. And our team was really focused around those two guys. And these guards kind of took a back seat just because they're unselfish and to make that work. And that helped us get there. So Hutch had a great season, and he was almost, I think he was a double digit in points, I think, and then he was real close to 7-8 rebounds a game. So he did a lot for us, and he was my leading charge taker, which tells you a lot about his unselfishness. And he's also going to Shorter to play football. So we got a lot of things to celebrate with him. So congrats to hosting. So. I've got a couple of the senior guards right here. We got that were honorable mention. We got Craig Powell, which I don't know if y'all know this guy or not. But Craig has been another one that's if you know me, I'm big on defense and big on taking charges, and he's another one. He was right there most of the time in the last few years, taking a lot of charges and doing a lot of the dirty work for us. And so Craig is quiet, doesn't say a whole lot, but he does play very hard for us, and we appreciate all he's done. So, and Craig, I'm not sure with the college. Have you decided yet? Have you decided what you're doing yet? I think you were talking about Savannah State potentially, but now I've heard rumblings of Atlanta maybe going that direction. So, but that's okay. Mr. Powell says no. Savannah State it is. All right. We'll congratulate Craig. Craig has great. Devion has had, he also was honorable mention all region. And Devion, he's done a lot for me. He's had to play different positions, had to move around. He's very smart, intelligent, 3.5 GPA. Does a really good job in the classroom. Very academic oriented. We were looking around trying to find him a place to play, but he got some great news the other day. Got accepted into Morehouse. Prayed about it, and that's really a great opportunity for him. So he's going to approach that avenue, which I think is a great avenue. One thing about all these guys, you want to show you. We're glad for you. But one thing about this group of guys, they're all very intelligent. Sometimes sports is real necessary. I mean, I know it helps pay bills, but they're all capable of going and getting it done without it. And Devion's very academic minded in biology, correctional biology, and think about going to nursing. But a smart guy. So really proud of Devion. Shariq, we did celebrate you. Shariq, first teamer right there. So we'll give you a hand. And really excited about K-Ron. Y'all probably saw K-Ron at football, but K-Ron played the point, which goes back to Devion, played the point for us a good bit, moved to the 2-guard so we could get K-Ron on the floor. And K-Ron did an outstanding job as a freshman this year. Just stepped right in. We kind of knew he was coming and prepared him in the summer, and he didn't blink. He did a great job helping us get their command offense, and he didn't turn the ball over very much at all. A really, really smart basketball player, got a bright future, not just in basketball, but football and baseball. He's a key component for all those sports for us, and great in the classroom. A student, and real excited about him. He's also honorable mention all regions, so we're no? Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it.
Gentlemen, I simply want to say on behalf of the school system, we appreciate your hard work and commitment. Being Claxton Tigers, we trust that you'll wear the black and gold faithfully wherever you go. We appreciate what you've done, what you've accomplished, and we're proud to call you ambassadors of Evans County Schools. And coaches, thank you for the leadership that you provide, for the moral examples that you provide. We know you're not in it for the money. You're in it because you love kids. And Coach Welch and all of you, Coach Bluestein, Coach Tomlin, I want to tell you, it is an incredible asset when you have coaches that are working for kids to move to the next level, not just perform here. And I want to tell you publicly, we appreciate that, and we look forward to building upon what we've started here. Great job. And Coach Tomlin, yes, sir.
Yeah, I was told the rear. We actually had 4 young ladies who got 2 got first and second team honors, and we had 2 honorable mentions, all of which are playing spring sports. One of which is going to dance practice tonight. She was the one who actually got first team. Sophomore guard Taylor Robinson was first team. She's also competing in track, and like I said, she has a dance competition coming up, so she is actually pulling up to do tonight. The other second team was a freshman, Carrie Moore, who was actually second leading scorer. The team was a freshman. The other 2 happen to be honorable mentions, both of which are sophomores. The first of which is Ranisha Grier. She's a sophomore. She'll be back next year. And the other is Samira Williams. Samira ended up becoming our team captain 4 years ago. She's one who we were quite surprised with. Hit a game winner for us. We desperately needed. We're definitely young, but we're looking forward to this off season and definitely looking forward to next year. Thank you, guys.
Dr. Brown, updates from Second Chance.
Well, that's a tough act to follow, Dr. Morris. Probably should let me come first. But you do have a sheet in front of you that's called Putting It All Together, where we're highlighting our success. And I will speak to you about the academic accomplishments. Currently, we have of our students, 56% of them that are passing 3 of 4 classes. And we have 26% of the students who are passing all 4 classes, so we're very proud of that. Which goes into our next session, which is our SMART goals. And currently, there are 60% of our students who are on target for meeting their SMART goals. And we meet with them, some students daily and some students weekly. It's very individualized. We have 70% of the students who are attending SCA who are committed to receiving their CHS diploma. We have 20% of the students who are saying, well, we want to stay with you guys and finish up. We have about 10% who are at risk of dropping out. The next topic is going to be our partnerships that we have developed. We're proud to say that we have been able to establish a partnership with Claxton Poetry. Students start out making $9.50 an hour, and if they are perfect attendance in a month, they make $10.50 an hour. The students are working from the hours of either 1 to 5 or 5 to 9, so we're very proud of that. And we have currently submitted applications for our students to Job Training Unlimited, and waiting for those applications to be processed. And my final thing I want to talk about is that we got some money today. Good deal. We got $15,000 today from the George W. Strickland Foundation. And Mr. Wilkie, he wrote the grant. I think Ms. Mock told you about it. And again, the money came today. We're very proud of that. And we have some additional money that will be pending. So we're excited about that. Okay.
We did receive the $15,000 from the George W. Strickland Foundation. We did receive $15,000 from the George W. Strickland Foundation to start our own library at Second Chance Academy. One of the things that we wanted to do was join in the district's literacy initiatives, and in order to do that, we need our own books in our own school. It's nice to be able to borrow from our friends in the middle school and the high school, but it's also nice to have some things on your own. So with the monies that we're receiving from the Strickland Foundation, we'll be able to have a 300-book library, and that puts us right on par with advanced ed standards on how many books you should have per student. So we're really proud about that. I also want to talk briefly about our social and emotional supports that we do have at the alternative school this year. It's a three-pronged approach that we have. We have our Georgia Apex Project, which is a group that comes from outside the Pine that work with some students who have specific mental health issues that we can't address in the school. Then also we continue with our positive behavior interventions and supports, where we're teaching our students the expected behaviors. We acknowledge those behaviors when they are correct, and we address those behaviors when they're incorrect. We reteach behavior. We're reteaching behaviors over everything else.
Yes.
The last thing that we also do is we have Check and Connect for the first time this year. Check and Connect is a school-based mentoring program where I see kids daily, but at least once a week we're doing our goal setting. We have academic goal setting, behavior goal setting, and attendance goal setting. So we'll meet with the kids every week, we go over their goals, we talk about what it is they need to do for this week and set it up into next week. And a good piece of that component is also a parent outreach part, where the parents are also contacted at least weekly. We try to get it weekly, but I'm doing about twice a month right now. We let the parents know so there's no surprises at any time of the year that this is what's going on with your child, and this is what the status is on.
And our success is very individualized. You know, one student's success is like one thing, and another student's something different. And they all experience some type of success daily. This is information on job training, unlimited. And Ms. Boyd, she's right over there. She's our contact person. So she's helping us. Oh, just for your review.
I will tell the board, as the program has evolved this year with Dr. Brown and Mr. Wilkie and Coach Brown and their staff, we actually have more students now at Second Chance Academy who are there for a non-traditional learning environment than there are for behaviors. Unfortunately, fortunately, you know, a lot of folks, there are perceptions in every community. We have relatively low disciplinary rates at all of our schools. And as with all districts, you do from time to time have students that make mistakes and need an alternative setting, but it's nice to have an alternative, non-traditional approach to education for some of our older kids who are trying to transition into the workforce rather than what was being done in years past in our district and others, and that's simply just turning the other way and kids walk away with no education. We know what happens when that's the case, so we appreciate all the work that you're doing to provide kids hope and the opportunity and the wherewithal to do it, so appreciate that. Any questions for Dr. Brown or any of our principals? If not, I'll conclude our superintendent's report.
Great job. Great job. Appreciate that. All right, no further participation tonight. The next will be old business, Evans County School Resource Officer Agreement.
The board has entertained this now for at least 2 regular sessions. Chief Kirkland and Mayor Branch approached us about a partnership a little over a month ago in providing a school resource officer for the district. The board has had a chance to review the contract. Just for the community's benefit tonight, some of the highlights here are in yellow. The officer will be employed solely by the city of Claxton. Their service will be to all schools while we are in session. When schools are not in session, the officer then will revert back to patrolling and part of the Claxton City Police Department. All of the equipment will be provided through the Claxton Police Department. The only thing we're providing as a district will be a location in each of the schools, a desk location for the officer to be able to complete paperwork or make phone calls, anything of that nature. It is a contract of service agreement that we've entered into. The board will pay the city of Claxton $50,000 annually. That will be done on a monthly basis through an accounts payable system, and then it will be paid through local funds. We are actively seeking to see if there are grants that will be released. It's our understanding the state actually has appropriated some funds for next year for school security and safety. Of course, we've not seen that materialize in the form of a deposit yet, but we are hopeful there. At the same time, we also hear there's some conversation at the federal level about grants that could be available for things like a school resource officer, safety upgrades, and things of that nature. So we're going to actively seek those so that we can take advantage of them if those become available. 2 things, though, that we did amend in the contract. The board's request, the city of Claxton has been very gracious in the past in providing supervision at our extracurricular events at home. not only athletics, but fine arts events like our elementary Christmas pageant, not because it's an issue with discipline, but because of the numbers. We just want to make sure that we have safety folks available in case there's a need. But we did include in the contract that extracurricular supervision would be included. That would be scheduled through school administrators, and that does not conflict with what we've got going currently with the City of Claxton providing that service. The other amendment, we originally talked about May the 1st, but the City of Claxton has already, I understand, voted on the contract, and we did not see any issue of waiting until May the 1st. So we've amended that. The begin date, if approved tonight, will be April the 10th, which will be tomorrow. We are excited. We've already had some preliminary conversations, and we're looking forward to building this partnership. Number one, for safety. Number two, but to build the relationship between the police department and our youth, to understand that the authority that those individuals carry is to serve and protect. It is not to take advantage of, discriminate on, and we want to build that healthy relationship, and it begins in our elementary school. It continues right on through middle and high school. So we're excited about the opportunity, and it is my recommendation, board, approve the contract as presented, unless you have questions that I can answer.
I just have one question. In our work session last time, we talked about, and I think the chief talked about also, not knowing about his whereabouts, his scheduling. As far as staff, how many people will have access to know where he is?
Principals, superintendent's office, and Chief Kirkland will have an idea of that scheduled rotation. Beyond that, we want to keep it on a need-to-know basis.
Any other questions?
The public's not allowed to ask questions, you tell me that?
That's correct.
We can certainly stay around and answer it.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah,
Gotcha.
sure. Do I have a motion to accept the Evans County School Resource Officer Agreement? We have a motion by Ed Mosley, second by Sharon Hare. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We have an extra aye there, by the way. Opposed? Motion carries. And by the way, I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to look at y'all. These two are doing it all right, Johnny, on the spot tonight. Any questions? Joyce, do you have any?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. We did get your eyes. Okay, all right. So the motion carries. Ron, it's good to have you on board.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
I just appreciate the board looking forward to me doing this job. I want to help the students in the community.
All right. Well, great. We'll look forward to that.
Glad to have it.
Next is old business table.
We have nothing tonight.
Okay. Next is new business consent agenda, which includes the board minutes, March the 12th, 2018, 6 o'clock regular board meeting, March the 26th, 6 o'clock board work session, board member payroll in March, February financial report. Allison?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have your financial report for February 28th, 2018. And we'll tell Ms. Joyce that I hope I've gotten most of the computer operator errors taken care of. I'm sure that they'll come out already found one sitting there. I will point out that this financial report reflects payment of all fiscal year 18 expenditures that have been paid through March 29, 2018. And our note 2 at the bottom, your target percentages should be between 50% and 66.67% for the month of February. Okay, if you look back towards the top, at your total revenues for the general fund, we recognize $9,062,133.17 in general fund revenues as of February 28th. This represents right short of 61% of our budgeted revenues. Now last year, and this is where I'm going to say, I have a note to the side that said we reported 62.58% in the January 2017 financial report. That's the February 2017 financial report. Okay? So we're close to being where we were at this point last year. Okay? If you look at your total expenditures for the general fund, the bold number, $8,661,059.95. That represents 56.64% of our budgeted expenditures. We reported 54.94% in our February 2017 financial report, and that comments out to the right. Okay, so we're a little bit higher than we were last year, but again, we're pretty close to target on that. Our overall fund equity at February 28th is $3,806,482.68 for the general fund. Are there any questions about the general fund financial report? Okay. We'll turn to the next page. Financial report for capital projects and debt service fund. I'll point out Fund 3 and 9 at the top, our SPOS project revenues, where we report our SPOS receipts. We recognize $701,013.43, that second number, which will be our SPOS revenues for February 28th. If you look down at the funds, they span 2 pages. I think the only thing that you may see some changes in will be Fund 317 and testing technology equipment. Overall, we recorded $39,494 in expenditures there. The next page. I don't think there are any changes on those, except for maybe in our Fund 332 athletic complex, where we've had to transfer funds out to our debt service fund to cover our principal or our interest payment that was made February 1st, which goes into the debt service fund at the bottom of that page. And you'll notice that we do have principal expenditures of $600,000, which was paid back in August, and interest expenditures of $26,180 on our athletic complex bond. Okay, and that second interest payment is paid on February 1st. Are there any questions about those 2 pages? Okay. Next page are special revenue funds. This is where we record our federal and state special revenue funds that are kept separate to the general fund. Again, just to remind you, we don't draw those funds down until we've spent them, so your expenditures are always going to be a little bit higher than your revenues, with the exception of pre-K. We don't draw those down; they automatically send those to us each month over a 2-month period. So if you will look through those and see if you have any questions, I'll be glad to try to answer them. Follows that. If you have any questions about the check register.
Is our daycare still full? Daycare still full?
Where's the complimentary? Oh, there's, sorry.
They have 2 rooms. We did downsize 2 years ago from 3 rooms to 2 rooms. And so we only have 3 full-time employees, and then we have some interns from the high school that help in as well.
I do think if the board approves some personnel tonight, I understand we've got some that will be moving into daycare and pre-K. A couple of sets of twins, I understand. Okay, any other questions for Ms. Butler?
Could we look at the bank statement by order?
We're looking at check registry, Ms. Joyce, we're looking at it now. You have a question?
Okay. Yeah, about 065088.
This check is to U.S. Games for $2,228.64. It's for all types of PE type equipment for the middle school, and that was purchased with a federal grant, Title IV. I believe it's what we have. It's a special grant that we received this year to help purchase additional items such as PE equipment for our students.
Ms. Joyce, were you able to hear that?
Yes, I was PE equipment for the federal grant.
Yes,
the
ma'am.
other question is 065129.
129, is that what you said?
065129. Yes, ma'am.
This is a check to CEWG, which is one of our technology vendors. It's for $1,731.51. It's for 4 separate invoices printers and cables, things like that. And that was actually part of our employee computer purchase program, where we deduct that from employees' paychecks. And then we had another invoice for 4 MS service pen silvers. That's for Chromebooks and carts to pay for with Title I funds at the elementary school.
Did you hear all that, Joyce?
No, sir, I did not.
That's okay. She said there are 4 invoices that were paid. CDW is a technology vendor. A portion of that was an employee purchase for the computer buyback program where it's deducted from the employee's pay, in addition to some technology cables.
Actually, it was we paid for one of the fund items, but we had already paid for them on previous invoices, and it was just for a Microsoft Surface pen stylus Bluetooth.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Any other questions?
That's all.
Okay.
Yes, sir, thank you very much.
Any other questions, board members of the check register? No.
Also, as part of Chairman Green, the updates, financial updates, we've asked Dr. Blocker to again give us updates on participation in school food service budget.
Good evening. I'm going to go over participation first. If you haven't been here before in the board meetings when I talk, I am doing a running chart for the current year and also including breakfast and lunch participation for the past 2 years. And that is reflected on the screen. At elementary school in March, breakfast participation was 54% and lunch was 99%. Middle school's participation for breakfast was 77% and lunch was 95%. And high school, breakfast participation was 69% and lunch is holding at 92%. Do you have any questions about participation?
So we're still slacking on the elementary. Put that back up there, please.
It looks like 54% is where we've been for the past 4 months for breakfast. Lunch is up, but breakfast is down.
How long is that grant that we received that everyone is increased?
It's actually not a grant. You have to apply to the Community Eligibility Program. That's the name of the program. And next year we're going to have to recertify.
Is that the one that's based on the poverty of the county?
What we do is we research each student to see if they have food stamps or TANF or if they're certified homeless. And I've been working on that today. I've certified about 25 more today. But this month, we have to turn in the numbers every year in April, no matter if we're recertifying or not. But we do research every student to see, and if you have enough of the students that qualify for food stamps or TANF, then you are 100% eligible for free lunch and breakfast, and that's where we are. We do have some surrounding counties that don't have that percentage. Some of them are 98%. What happens is they only get 98% of the free reimbursement, and the rest of it would be paying reimbursement, which is minute compared to what you get for free. And the students don't pay. Some school systems only have one school that's participating, and they may have another school that didn't qualify. But with our numbers, all 3 of our schools qualify for 100%. And we hope to keep that. Next year is our year to recertify.
Any other questions? Good.
Let's move over to finance. And in our financial report, you'll see that our revenues were at 70.31% of revenues that we were expected for the year. And expenditures were at 61.49%. Revenues over expenditures were in excess of 134, 480, 59. And our ending fund balance is $707,830 for the month of February. We are at 2.5 months in reserve, and that's what USDA likes our programs to have. So we feel good about where we are right now. Any questions?
The ladies do a tremendous job. If there are no other questions, I told Chairman Green, it's my recommendation that we approve the consent agenda, board minutes, board member payroll, and finance with your motion and second, and that we hold personnel recommendations until after executive session, and then we'll come back and vote for that list separately.
Questions? Okay, do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda? Have a motion by Chair Powell, a second by Hope Gutierrez. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? I don't vote the rest that time. I got your eye. All right. The consent agenda passes. New business for approval?
None for tonight.
New business to be placed on the table?
None for tonight.
All right. And the next thing would be to go in, to have a motion to go into executive session to discuss or deliberate upon the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action, or dismissal, or periodic evaluation or rating of a public officer or employee. A motion by Ms. Vanilla Welch, second by Mr. Hope Gutierrez. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Ms. Joyce? Okay. All those opposed? Motion carries. We're now in executive session. Thank you for attending. We'll be back in a little while.
Mr.